Planners is everything. Write it down, spell it out, tell yourself you're going to pass step one, pass step two. That's exactly what I did.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Met to Be. I am Nama Nzaduru, and today with me is the one and only Christina, soon to be Dr. Christina. Okay. Yes,
Yes, Anagonye.
yes. Congratulations so much on matching last week.
Yay.
Match two. How are you feeling? What are your feelings? This is a testimony to everything that you have been through, which we're going to delve into. I just want you to express to people how you're feeling right now.
Yes, I feel wonderful. Like, I am excited. I know that this is God's will. So I'm very excited about it. It's just like I've been through a lot through the journey, but I'm here and I'm just so happy to be here. And I matched to a state that I wanted to go to, like I want to go to in Georgia. So it's amazing.
I
Atlanta
love that.
at that, like 30 minutes from Atlanta. So I'm like, okay, God, I see you. So yeah, this is definitely a testimony I have to share. So I'm just glad to be here.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the journey. Let's go to the beginning. Tell us, who is soon to be Dr. Christina? Where did your interest for medicine, pursuing this degree, even begin? And what do you believe has taken you so far in this journey to where you are right now?
Yeah, so it started, of course, ever since when I was younger, 6 years old. Um, my mother actually was in and out the mental institution. So, like, I wanted to find a cure for her. Like, I wanted to help her any type of way. So, I was just like, you know what? I want to go into medicine. So, for me, I just thought that I could, like, find a cure for her disease.
Mhm.
And I decided that, my journey was towards like the medicine side. So in high school, I did an internship at Providence Hospital, taking care of the newborns. So I was in the newborn unit, and I loved it. So I thought that I wanted to go into peds. So I decided to, like, okay, let me focus more on my journey into pediatrics. So once I applied to medical school, like, well, first I graduated undergrad, of course, at Wayne State University with a biochemistry degree, minor in business. I knew that I wanted to have my own clinic as well. So I did a minor in business. And after that, I decided to take a break, like a 2 year break. During that time, I got pregnant and had my son, my beautiful son, Salvador Anagonye Bentley. And then I I told myself that I need to focus more on my journey, my destiny, my dream. So I decided to apply to medical school. And I used my own funds, so I wasn't qualified for the I think it's called
FAP.
FAP.
FAP. Yeah.
It's FAP assistant. Yeah. So I wasn't qualified because I was a chemical engineer during
Mhm.
that time. So they said I was denied. So I had to pay out of pocket for my application. So I only applied to, like, I say, like 10 or like 15 schools, not that many schools. I know that I applied to all the Michigan schools, all the Ohio schools. I applied to like North Carolina. I don't know why. I just wanted to go to North Carolina. And then it was another school too. But it was like only a few. And I remember I kept getting denials like nonstop. Even though they wanted me to do secondaries, which is another fee, I still got denials. So finally, Michigan State gave me a chance, gave me that opportunity. So I they gave me one interview. I only had one interview at that. So I asked God, I was like, God, please, I need this. I need this. Like, this is my one and only chance. So I end up going to the interview. I had my green jacket on. I should show you guys my green jacket. I can't forget. I was like, let me make sure I'm out there. I got to make sure I'm out. So my dad, well, not my dad, but my brother, he actually bought the jacket for me. So it was a bright green. It wasn't bright, but it was like a I say I forgot the
like a
forest
hunter
green.
green, like the same green as the color from your school. It's like a deep green.
Yeah, 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 yep. For
It's a
that,
deep,
yep.
yeah.
So I just made sure that I had my resume together. I also did research. So I did like a thesis. So I had that laminated. I made sure I was very professional. I walked in there very confident with my head up, say, "This is mine. This is." I claimed it right then and there. So I went in there, and then after that, I was just like, "It's all in your hands, God." And then I kept following up, kept calling them to check to see my status. They referred me to the ABLE program, which is um, a post-bac program for 1 year. And then after that, you get automatically admitted to med school. So I found out I got admitted during when I went to Beyonce concert.
Yes, you
So
told me. Yes, that's a great day. What?
it was a great day. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to see Beyonce," and I got this acceptance letter. I was just like, "Today is a great day," and I was with my friend too, and she was like, "You're going to medical school?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yes,
I was so excited.
I love that,
So
and
then,
that's so. Oh, sorry,
yeah,
what did you say? I was gonna say that's so beautiful. You turned up to Beyonce and you got into medical school too in the same day. Period.
yes.
Yeah. I love that for you. And when it was time for you to begin medical school, going into it, what was your experience like? What do you think is one thing you wish, looking back on your experience now, having come so far? Is there anything you wish you had done differently, going into medical school, being in medical school, and now transitioning out of medical school? What are some things you wish you had done differently? Some things you are so proud of yourself for doing and accomplishing during your time there?
Yeah, yeah. So with me, I'm a single mother, so I really struggled, like, with finding care for my son. So that was one thing because I really didn't trust a lot of people with my son. So I had to I had to find care for him. And also my thing is I didn't get a babysitter. That was my situation with that. So I had to study while he was around, and that was very I wouldn't say distracting, but it was like kind of like taken away from my study. So if you are a single parent, I advise you to, of course, get a babysitter. Okay, it's worth it. Spend the money towards that. That was my issue, and also scheduling, making sure that you spend your time wisely because you don't have a lot of time. So making that schedule and sticking to that plan, like sticking to that schedule plan. I like to write it out. So I have a planner right here. Actually, I always like buy planners.
So
And
organized. Love that.
yes, planners is everything. Write it down, spell it out. Tell yourself you're going to pass step one, pass
Hmm.
step two. That's exactly what I did. So I wrote it out and I claimed it like this is it. And that got
Smart.
me through it.
I love that. I love that so much. So stay organized and just keep yourself going. But yes, thank you so much for sharing that. So not only are you a phenomenal mom, not only are you a soon to be doctor officially, you also have your MBA. I don't know if y'all can see on her name, but she has an MBA there too. It's not just an MD, okay? So please tell us what inspired you to be an overachiever. I'm just kidding. Inspired you? What inspired you to get your MBA? Why?
When I applied to medical school, I also applied to business school. So um, I found out I got accepted to both. So I end up taking classes when I had a break for med school. Like, don't tell anybody, but you could do that. If you have like a break or something, or if you decide to take step later on, like with me, I didn't pass step one the first go around. So I told myself, like, you know what, I'm gonna take a year off. So I ended up taking a year off um, to focus more on my step as well as to take classes for my MBA. So I did that. Um, and then so after I passed step one, that's when I started taking classes towards my MBA. And then I end up transferring because I was originally from Wayne State, but then I went to Eastern Michigan due to like financial issues with Wayne State. But
Mm.
I still love Wayne State. I'm still a warrior by heart. And then after that, I took some time off, like what is it,
Hmm.
during my third and fourth, between my third and fourth year, because my mother was going through a lot, with her
Hmm.
diabetes. She had to have both her legs amputated, so I had to take care of her. And then I told myself that I need a leave of absence. My school was very kind about it and respectful. They was understanding about it, and I ended up like taking classes during that time too. So it took me like 6 years to finish school, but at the same time, I got my MBA, and also like I went on trips. I enjoyed myself through med school. So you can enjoy yourself while you're in med school.
Let's actually talk about that. Enjoying yourself while you're in med school. What does that look like for you? And one thing I like to talk about in the profile of a med student is the multifaceted nature. So someone who is a hard worker, which you have definitely shown us that you are, but someone who also likes to enjoy. Okay.
Because that's very important. Your mental state is very important in med school. So I feel like with me, I needed a vacation. I needed to go somewhere, like at least once or twice a year. And if I didn't go there, then I was just like, if I didn't go to a like out of state or out of the country, I used to do like staycations, stay in Michigan, go somewhere like, really fancy, and then just relax and enjoy life. Cause like when you're in med school, some people don't even think about, you know, having fun. But I feel like life, you should have fun in life. You know what I mean? Like I understand that, we're here to like become doctors and everything, but at the same time, you have to make sure your mind is right, is like because if your mind is not right, then
Mm-hmm.
you won't focus and you won't pass your exam. So that's what me, like I really enjoyed like taking trips with my son and also spending time with my family because I really think that that got me through it, because like I told you, I didn't pass step one or I didn't pass step two, and I fell into depression during that time because I thought that I
Sorry.
wasn't worth it. I wasn't worthy, because I didn't pass, step one the first time
Mm-hmm.
around and or
Exactly.
step two the first time around. So I thought that, I'm not smart enough. But at the same time, it's just like, no, God told me like, no, you are
I
smart.
love
You're
that
here
too.
for a reason. So continue, keep pushing. So um I was down for a minute, but I got right back up. So I'm very resilient.
I was down for a minute and I got right back up. Are you sure that's not in the song somewhere? Sure you didn't take that from a song? You sure? I love that so much. And it took me actually takes me back to the first time we met at AMEC. And we're sitting next to each other, and I think we were both wearing black, and we bonded about how we are both wearing black, and we talked for like an hour, me, you, and Michelle, for like an hour, and that's my sister, sorry. We talked for about like an hour, and I was just so inspired and so moved by how encouraging you were to someone like me that you didn't even really know that well. I think I was talking to you about how like I'm a pre-med stage, and I just feel like I've been here for a while, not really sure if I want to go continue rather being in this, and you were so encouraging. And so I wanna ask you, Isioma, please can you calm down, please? Huh? Please, please. I'm recording in my living room today. I wanted a bigger space. I usually don't record in this public, but anyway, um, I let's say now. Yes, I want to talk about how you overcame and struggle and imposter syndrome with the times that you failed your step one and still step two the first time. Um, Usually, sometimes when people experience failure, the first time around is enough. They don't want to try again. But you kept going, you kept pursuing. What kept you motivated? What are some things you think even helped you the second time around? Taking the exam and eventually leading you to being successful in those exams.
Yeah. So I definitely was really down during those times. I feel like step two was like it hit me because you really thought you passed it. Oh, I passed the exam. I know I did. But then once you get the bad news, it just everything falls apart. So during those times, I turn to God. That's the main thing, is like turning to God, because that's the only person or spirit could like get me through this, because I'm like, I don't know who else to turn to, because with me, I'm very spiritual. So, like, whenever I do like read the Bible or go into like the word, I feel him, it's like feel me, like the Holy Spirit comes inside of me and it encouraged me to keep pushing through. So like it was like one day where I just like felt like giving up. I was just like, that's it. I feel like just giving up. But then he sent me, like, I usually read like daily scriptures, and I don't know if you heard about Daughters of the King. It's like an app, so you guys should download that. That is definitely the app I go to anytime I go have a struggle. I try to go there every day, like to read a scripture or read a word from her. But it was like one time she read, it was saying something about you would pass this exam next time. God will put you through a struggle, but He would get you out of it. He would get you there. And I'm like, wow, like this is it. Like I have to keep going. God is going to lead me. So that just encouraged me. Like, I
Yeah.
know God has my back. So I have to make sure that I continue and keep pushing through.
Mhm.
Even though it doesn't seem like it right now that he's not there, but he is always there. Just know that he has your back, no matter what. I didn't tell you this, but my MCAT score, I took the MCAT two times. The first time was like the old one. So this was like back when it was only like the 2030s. I had like a 24, 23 or something, like it was really bad. And then the second go round was like when they switched the new MCAT. So they didn't know how to score it. So I don't know if I did good or bad, but I was just like, let me just walk by faith, not by sight. Just apply, just submit it, let it
Yeah.
let it go. So let go and let God. That's my thing too. But yeah, that's how God got me through everything. You That's why I want to encourage like pre-med and medical students, like, just keep pushing through. It's the reason why you're in a situation you're in. You can be that person
Mhm.
to advocate, like, you could encourage other students to keep going, and you
Yes.
are a leader.
Sorry.
So continue to do it. Just
Yes,
do
I
it,
am so
right?
encouraged. I am so moved. What? Something came to mind when you were talking, and just like spilling and preaching a little bit. And I'm not sure what verse it is. It was at the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. There's a time and there's a season for everything. There's a time for everything under the sun. So everything that is happening to you is for a purpose. And I love that you shared that, and I love that every time you felt like a little shortcoming, you bounced back up, and God was the launch pad to take you onto a higher height. Okay, and that is just so beautiful. Um, Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. My next question, I want to go back a little bit. Following from our discussion with you getting your MBA, I actually wanted to ask you about the
Yeah.
organization that you founded on your own. So take it back. Not only is she a phenomenal mother, not only is
Mhm.
she a doctor soon to be, not only is she an MBA holder, she also is a founder of an organization, of an NGO as well. Please, let's get into this.
Yeah, so it's called Uloma Immigrant House. So we provide resources such as tutoring service, as well as like housing assistance to the underserved population, which includes like immigrants, refugees, um, other, population, the Black community for sure. So our focus mainly is right now is the tutoring program. So that we have, it's called Uloma Empowerment Program. So we provide like one-on-one tutoring, as well as like uh, resume building for not just like adults, but for children too. So it's for both, and it's like for the family. So currently, we're gonna partner up with Shelter at Flint. We're gonna have 30 women and 30 children for this program. So we're looking for volunteers. So if you need any community service, go on our website. It's called www.ulomahouse.org. You can sign up there. But we're gonna do that like hopefully in person. They want to do in person like tutoring. We're trying to do like a virtual tutoring too, but that's kind of hard. Um, Especially like if we wanted to do like show them how to build their resume from ground up. So that's kind of hard to do it virtually. So we're probably going to do in person. So if you live in Flint, or if you're always in the area in that area, please sign up to volunteer. And then yeah, we have the housing assistant too. We're trying to build that as well. So we've been applying for grants for that.
You're pouring into so many people, Christina. What? You are pouring into so many people in so many different outlets of your life. That is so beautiful to see. As she mentioned, make sure you check the link. I'm going to add the link at the end of this interview. If you're interested in volunteering, please reach out to her.
My email. It's just cc@gmail.com. You could, you know, send me a quick message and I will get back with you. Um, I do want to talk about like my journey, like through the soap too, because I actually soaped. So I didn't actually match like that day. So I went through a lot of my journey is a lot.
You didn't okay, you okay, you didn't even tell me that. Okay, of course, of course. Yeah. Of course, tell us what that experience was like for you, of course.
That one was a journey too, because I thought my world ended when I found out, like, I didn't match. Like, I really thought these programs like me. Like, oh, now I feel like they don't like me. People don't like me. But then God got me a different route. It was a different route. Like, I wanted to do family med psych, so I wanted to do the combined program, and I knew it was competitive. So I ended up applying backup specialties like psychiatry and family med, but I didn't apply as many family med positions, and I also applied late. So once I found out I didn't match, I was just like torn apart, and I didn't know what to do. Like I thought I wasn't gonna match. I just really thought like the programs did not like me. So then, of course, Dr. EJ, which is my community um, director in Flint with my program at Michigan State, she encouraged me. She was like, "It's not the end of the world. Keep going, keep pushing." As well as Ashley too, they encouraged me to keep pushing through and just like go to these interviews. So during that time, so Tuesday came about, I applied to 45 programs, and I got like 6 or 7 interviews right away. So I'm like, wow, like okay, now that is a great sign that I might match, with another program. And it was one program that really caught my eye. I actually applied during the regular season, but I applied late. So then I reapplied to that position, and they actually called me, and he was like, I want you. I want you at our program. We're going to try to find a way to get you at my program because I see that it's a reason for everything. It's a reason why we have 3 spots left. And yeah, it's God. I'm like, he literally called me. It was a faculty member. And I was like, wow. And he was like, I know your brother. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, yes. And I'm like, okay. But some programs I thought, oh, he's all talk. I was just like, okay, why would he call me? I'm like, I just thought it was just like, fate, because, other programs, they said that, oh, I was going to match into their program and I didn't. So I just took everything with it like a grain of salt. So then after that, it was I was talking to my friend about like which programs I should match or which programs should I go to, and then I was just like I don't know, like I really like this one program. I was between the 2 programs, and she was like, "Well, just pray
Wow.
to God and
Wow.
ask Him for His guidance and everything." So during that time, literally while I was on the phone with my friend, the one of the residents called me from Northside the same time, yes. And I'm like, this is a sign. I asked God for a sign, and He called me, and He was like, "Yeah, I just called to see if you have any questions about our program."
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "You called on the right time." So I'm like, "That's definitely God's timing." So when match came around, so of course you get offers and everything. The first round, I didn't get any offers at all. So I thought that I was just like, okay, that's it, I'm done. And then they was like, it's not the end of the world. So then second round, I got two offers. So I got one from McCarran and one from North Side. So I knew for sure that North Side was where I'm supposed to be. Before the second round, I prayed in the car. I literally cried my eyes out. I was like, Lord, please, I'm just begging you, like whatever you is meant for
Right.
me, just,
Oh my God.
show it right
What?
now. Just let me know. So just having that faith, like some people will like get discouraged, you know, because it's very hard, like emotional witness, just going through a lot, you know.
Mhm.
But just getting back up is the main focus is to get back up.
Okay, great. So for those who do not know what it means to be soaped or what soap is, I actually don't think I fully understand it myself. I have done some reading about it, but I would love if you could explain what that means to someone who is applying to residency next year.
Yeah, so SOAP is a supplemental offer and acceptance program. So like on Monday, during match week, you find out if you match or not. So you have to, before match week, you have to rank your program. So you rank them, how many interviews you had or how many slots they have. You rank them, and then also the program that you interviewed at, they rank you as well. So if the program didn't rank you or didn't rank you high enough to match, then you won't get that acceptance or you won't get that spot. So then after that, you have to go through the SOAP process. So once you go through the SOAP process, you will get an email, of course, saying like, I'm sorry you didn't match. You will have to go through the SOAP process where you have to apply for 45 programs of unfilled spots, and they will
Okay.
give you that list, like your institution wherever you're at Michigan. Like with me, Michigan State, they provided that list as well as the NRMP. They will provide that list as well. So then you have to pick 45 programs. Sorry about that. My
That's okay.
You have to pick 45 programs, um, and you have to make sure that it's the programs that you want to, like which states you want to go to, which location. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to do your research within like less than 24 hours. And then
Wow.
after that 24 hours, you have to submit. And then the programs will get that list of whoever applied to their programs at 8 a.m. the next day on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
a whole process. And then they will offer you interviews. They will ask you if you want to go come to the do an interview on a certain day on Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday.
Wow.
And then they can call
Wow.
you too, like randomly call you during like any hours of the day and do an interview at that. So um, it was a long process, with
Mm-hmm.
the soap. And then after that, on I think Thursday they start doing rounds of offers. So the first round is only 2 hours. So you have 2 hours to just, if you get an offer, you have to accept it or not or deny it. So if you accept it, then you're done with the process. You matched into a program. If you denied it or if you didn't get any interviews, you have to go to the next round, and um, then you have to accept or deny if you get offers during that time. So with me, I had two offers during that time, and you have within two hours to accept it or not. So the process is, I think there's like four different rounds, and at the end, if you don't have any offers, then you have to go through the scramble. So scrambling is hard because you have to like reach out to programs and you have to ask to see if they have any spots available or if you could do like an interview, things like that. So that process, I don't really know much about that process because, of course, I never went through that process, but I heard it's
Mm,
very competitive and very hard.
fair. Yeah. It sounds like the soap is a very fast. As I want to say, it sounds like a very fast turnaround time. Like you have to be on top of everything. You have to be consistent in communication. My last question to you. Is there anything else you want to share with the med to be, the pre med to be, the MD to be, even people considering pursuing their own respective health careers? Because the med to be is not only for people who are going to get their MDs or DOs. Eventually, we'll start talking about people pursuing degrees in nursing, dentistry, veterinary medicine. So, DO, is there anything else you want to say to encourage the MD, the DO, the NP, the DMD, the doctors of tomorrow? Is there anything else you want to say, pour into them? Anything else you wish you had done differently? Something you're proud that you did that you want to pour into the next generation of doctors, professionals?
Just know that you have a spot somewhere, you know. Just know that you're meant to be where you're supposed to be, you know. So that's one advice that I would give is to continue to have that faith and just to follow your dreams, you know, because it's you can do it. You will, you know, just you have to be confident. That's the main thing is like having that confidence. And once you have that confidence, everything else will just like fall in place, you know. Once you have it in your head that you will do it, it will come to light. So those yeah, that's what I would like. And like I said, like, you know, if you need anybody to talk to or, you know, any other advice, you know, just you contact me. You know, I'm here to help. You know, if you need help with your resume or like with your application, I'm willing to help. You know, I'm looking for mentees as well. So, you know, if you want to contact me, I'm willing to help, you know. Yeah, I'm excited about the journey that, you know, God has for us, especially you too.
Me too. Me too. I'm excited as well. I'm excited too. But thank you so much. Um, I just want to say before we go, how much you have poured into me, not just in this 1 hour conversation. I'm sure you'll have seen the little tidbits that she's poured. This is how she is like whenever I interact with her. She is always so encouraging, so inspiring, and so God filled. Like you are going to do so many amazing things. Like I said earlier, the life that you are living and the story that you share is only something God could have created and something only God could have written. And you are a living testimony for this new chapter for you. Excited to celebrate that DR, that doctor in front of your name, Dr. MBA. Dr. MBA, Dr. MBA, you know, that's you for real. Like you really did that. You are phenomenal in every way possible. Yes, but thank you again. Never had this many difficulties recording an interview before, but yeah, you guys you're gonna get this message whether you like it or not. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Christina. Have a wonderful day. I'm so excited to celebrate your new chapter. God bless you on it. And we're just like the people here, I'm sure watching this video is gonna be so inspired by you. And we wish you well. We wish you success. We wish you all wonderful things on you. We pray all wonderful things for you in your new chapter.
Yeah. Okay, same with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk on your platform. I really appreciate it. You know, you're doing a great job doing this, you know, because we don't hear a lot from people of color about their journey and things like that. You know, people feel like they're alone in the journey, and it's not. You know, we're on the same journey, not on the same journey, but you know, we struggle as well. You know, it's not an easy journey. So it's good that you have this platform so people are aware that you know we struggle too. You know, it's not easy. We're struggling, but we're gonna get through this together. So that's why I'm happy and congratulations for you because this is amazing. This is big already. You know.
Thank you. It is by his grace. Thank you. Thank you. All right, girl, let me let you go. I've held you for 1 hour. It's okay. It's okay. All right, Christina, have a wonderful day. But on a serious note, like just stay back for a little bit. I'm going to stop recording in a little bit. Thank you so much, Christina. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time to pour into us. Have a wonderful day. I will see you on the next episode of the Meant to Be, everybody. Bye.